system like China has. Video shows how China is using AI in their schools.
Know exactly when someone isn't paying attention.
白色就是你可能跟网络还没有连接好。
These headbands measure each student's level of concentration. The information is then directly sent to the teacher's computer and to parents.
做出选择吧。Good job.
Classrooms have robots that analyze students' health and engagement levels. Students wear uniforms with chips that track their locations. There are even surveillance cameras that monitor how often students check their phones or yawn during classes. But schools say it wasn't hard for them getting parental consent to enroll kids into what is one of the world's largest experiments in AI education. A program that's supposed to boost students' grades while also feeding powerful algorithms.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. They're gonna kill us. Well, they're gonna dominate. But
hey, Shalom, brothers. This is Brother Ahawad of GMS Toronto, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well. And to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. A shalom to you men as well. What a lot of people have to understand is that this is a global takeover. This is not a Western takeover. The West, the system of democracy, the system of capitalism, that system is now dead, right? China and all the BRICS nation, right, including Brazil, Russia, right, and everyone else like India, right? These different countries or these different corporations, let me correct myself because these are no longer countries, right? That's what the elites want you people to know, but a lot of you people are taking a long time to understand the concept of being not joined to a country or an ethnicity or a race, right? You're just a part of a big system, which is a corporation. It's a corporate structure, right? Meaning that you shouldn't have no affiliation to a race. You shouldn't have any affiliation to a flag or to a team or anything like that. Whatever the corporation puts out there, whether it's an athlete, whether it's a entertainer, they just want you to support that person no matter what part of the earth that they're in. Okay? It's a global system. And the global system dictates that you people, and when I say people, I mean the citizens, have no rights. And they own nothing. You're not supposed to own anything. You're not supposed to have any rights. China is one of the perfect system in this global enterprise, right? The sector, right? Like I went to Jamaica last week, and one of the best franchise in Jamaica is the Kentucky Fried Chicken, or KFC as it's known now. Why? I don't know, but they make the food a little bit different and they have different varieties. So when people go to Jamaica, they go to the KFCs. There's long lines around the building for people lining up just to get KFC. So in the global corporation, KFC sees that Jamaica is doing well. In the global corporation, the elites see that China is doing well. China is on target for pushing the system, this beast system, right? The new world order, the one world government, having people under authoritarian dictates, to where whatever the government says they do, right? Just like a couple years ago, the government of China told their citizen to take this venom bite, and they all took the venom bite. And here in the West, there was a lot of pushback. The elites, they don't like that. The people that run this system, the people that own the corporation and all of their shareholders don't like that. They don't like pushback. They don't like when people fight back. They don't like when people talk back. They don't like that. They want you to just go along to get along and for you to build up your little credits. Just like if you shop at a store and you earn little points here, you earn points for being a good customer. That's all they need you to do. They just need you to earn your little credits for being a good slave, right? In this society, they wanted you to feel like you were a citizen. You're not a citizen. You're just a damn slave in this global corporation, right? If you want to feel good about yourself, you're just an employee with your employer number. In Canada, we call it a SIN number, right? In America, they have a different name for it, but you are characterized by just a number. You're not flesh or blood, right? You are known as an android, or you're known as a straw man. You're not a real person. Okay? This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And we're living in that time right now. We're living in that time that when this system finally gets implemented, even though the system is already here, it's just not implemented globally yet. So when this system finally gets implemented and everybody has to get the RFID technology, if you don't take that and they catch you without it, you will be put to death. Right? That's why they're bringing back the guillotines. They're also going to bring back firing squads, right? Sounds very, quote unquote, primitive, but hey, anyone that does not get on board, they will die, right? Unless you escape. Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, right? And that mark is talking about the charagma, right? Something that's going to be implanted in the skin, right? In their right hand or in their foreheads, right? Living, breathing androids. That's what the majority of the world are going to become, right? That video that we saw with China, they were monitoring the kids by putting something over their heads. We'll go back to the video just to show it again. You see, this is the thing that they have over their head, right? So it can either be put in your right hand or your forehead, right? And this thing can monitor if you're paying attention, right? That's what it says. So if you're paying attention, they can tell if you're paying attention. What else? Measure each level of the student's concentration so they can tell if you're concentrating. It says the information is directly sent to the teacher's computer. So the teacher is monitoring every single student in real life time. In real life time. Right? And that's exactly what that mark is going to do. That's exactly what that mark is going to do. And that system, that beast system, is global, right? So when you people think China, Russia, India, Brazil, that these different countries are different, or these different corporations are different than America, the reason why America is being highlighted is because of the system that's still in America, where you people actually think that you have rights, and the elites are tired of playing that game with you Americans. The world on a global level, they understand and give obedience onto their governments, right? Which is really a corporation, which is really giving obedience onto the elites. You Americans, you have too much rights and you have way too much freedoms. And the elites, the banking families, they don't like that. They do not like that. They're tired of playing that game with you, right? that little childish game with you to where they have to walk you down and tell you that you have human rights and, you can go to work and, they're letting you know that you have a right to a break. You have a right to a lunch break. The elites don't care about you, man. They do not care about you. They just care about their bottom line, right? How much profit did they make this year, this quarter, right? They just want to know about their earnings. Why? Because it's a corporation. And as a corporation, they're beholden to their shareholders, right? And their shareholders want to know, okay, what can we do better this year? How can we make more money this year, right? They think on the level of greed, right? So back to Revelation 13, we're in 17 now. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, right? So that charagma, right? That implanted chip that's able to monitor everything that you're doing in real life time, just like we just saw with the kids. Even though they never had the mark of the beast, they had a form of it, right? The mark of the beast literally has to be implanted. It has to be implanted, but this is a form, right? That device that they're using is just, what would you call it? A test run. That's all that it is. It's just a test run. But all of that information is going to be inputted in the mark of the beast. And you will never be able to take it out. They're going to know if you take it out. And if you take it out, you will be put to death. Why? They're going to have your location right away. They're going to know if you're trying to take it out. It's going to alert them that, hey, you just hurt yourself or you're trying to cut into your flesh. Okay? It says, and that no man might buy or sell. So if you can't buy or sell, how are you going to go to school? All right? So it's perfect to be using on kids. Right? Because you won't be able to go to school if you can't buy or sell, because you're going to need clothes to go to school. You're going to need pencils and pens and books and knapsacks and erasers and all of that. You're going to need food to go to school. Right? You don't always just bring food to school. You're going to need to be able to buy lunch sometimes. Where are you going to get the money? All right? What about a school where you have to wear a uniform? You have to pay for the uniform. Okay? Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And who's the man? You Caucasians. You Caucasians have accomplished the new world order that goes all the way back to Nimrod, which is exactly what Nimrod was trying to accomplish. But Nimrod could never accomplish it in this fashion because that technology wasn't around at that time. Right? So this is that capstone on that pyramid, the fulfilling of their enterprise, to where they have everyone microchipped or C-hipped. Okay? So it says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right? And that is the number that's on every single barcode. There's not one barcode on the planet Earth that doesn't have 666 on it. Right? See, this is a barcode right here. And they highlighted it for us. So where you see the two red lines, that represents a 6. The sequence of the two red lines in the middle represents a 6. And the last two lines represents a 6. So on every single barcode is a representation of 666, which is the mark. And if you get that implanted inside of your body, I don't care if you put it in your big toe, you're going to be destroyed. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Okay? Going into their different systems, their different ideologies, witchcraft, democracy, homosexuality, pansexuality, pedophilia, right? All these things were in the cup. Bestiality, okay? Transgenderism, that's all in the cup, right? Verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? So for you people who believe in this system, right? And if you believe in this system, you're worshiping this system. I just did a video not too long ago on Dwayne Wade, right? Called The Modern Family, starring Dwayne Wade. Is Dwayne Wade worshiping the beast and his image? Of course he is. Does Dwayne Wade more than likely have the C-hip? More than likely. And even if he doesn't have it yet, as soon as it's made available to him, he's going to get it. Why? Because he worships the beast and the image. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And what is the Lord's indignation? What is the Lord's indignation? ICBM missiles, nuclear missiles. How do we know that? Because that's how this earth is going to be cleansed, with fire. What fire? Nuclear fire. Nuclear fire. That's how people who worship the beast take the mark. That's how they're going to be judged. Okay? And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Why? Because the angels are going to be overlooking all of this. How do I know this? Well, let's get it. This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. So that's what's going to happen. There's going to be some people with the mark of the beast, and there's going to be some people with the mark of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is the mark of exemption, which is the Thawa. That's what that mark means. There's two different types of mark. There is the charagma, right? That's the one where you're going to be judged. You're going to be burned with fire, and the holy angels and the Lamb is going to watch it all happen and not save you because you don't have the Thawa, which is the other mark, which is the mark of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is really and truly the blood of the Savior, right? The Savior died, right? Who did he die for? This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 3. Oh, let's start from 2. Revelation 7 and 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. What does that mean? Judgment. Verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. See? So the servants of our power of Yahweh are going to have a mark. It's a different mark. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. That's it. That is it, man. right? And with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well, and to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Till next time, brothers. Kwame Asherallah.